Hi, welcome to Divinely Guided Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for Divine Masculine. I just wanted to take the time out and tap into what is going on with your Divine Masculine. Welcome. Let's see. I hope you guys are all doing well. I would like to know, Spirit, for Divine Masculine in the Twin Flame Collective, please. What is Divine Masculine's mindset at this moment? What's the mindset for Divine Masculine at this time? What is Divine Masculine's mindset? Okay, so completion. This is beautiful because they could be completing a cycle as far as a final, like completing something that brings finality, a sense of victory, a sense of well done. Maybe they've left something or someone, a difficult time. I definitely do feel there's a sense of waiting. Maybe this is you waiting. And this is about perseverance and taking care of essentials. Pretty much leaving everything alone as far as the right timing, divine timing, you know. So maybe this is a mindset where maybe they're almost there because this is a 9 and it's speaking about waiting, maybe getting some kind of anxiousness, and then oppression. So there's a restriction that might be causing some sort of a sense of where they can't move away, and maybe that's why there's this kind of feeling where they gotta wait. I feel that they want victory and success. I feel that they want something to be complete. But with this oppression, it's definitely something that it's almost like they have to get themselves out of it. They could be holding themselves back for some reason. And then we have the receptive. So maybe they're not yielding to some kind of change that spirit is trying to get them to make. Okay. Because definitely great power is talking about strength and character and having authority over oneself's confidence and taking leadership as far as if you want to make a change out of something that is oppressive and not giving you the victory that you truly desire, it's almost in a sense you got to take some kind of self-control and make that change for you. So I definitely feel at this time they're at a place where perhaps maybe they might recognize that maybe they are holding themselves back. I feel it's definitely due to fear that they're not taking some kind of making some kind of change. But let's figure out what that is, okay? I will keep this up here and let's clarify them, because I feel like there's something that they really want to drive towards success, but they're not allowing themselves for whatever reason. So let's see what these mean for him. Okay, let's see here. What do I want to use today? I guess we will do this one. Okay. I want to know, what is this completion? What is this mindset that they want to complete something, but they're not doing it? With the completion, the waiting, the oppression, receptive, great power. What is this? So they're wearing a false mask to themselves. Perhaps not being truly true to themselves. And I feel that this is wearing down on them. I definitely feel there's a sense of maybe wearing masks in order for other people to perhaps to keep other people happy, perhaps, or to maintain some kind of social status with this card. I definitely do fear there's a sense there's a sense of where okay, so it might be something to do with guilt, having some kind of guilt, but I feel that they're wearing a fake mask, even though their heart's desires to complete something and definitely let go of something. I feel in order to start some sort of new venture or a new cycle in their life. What's holding them back at this point from allowing them to perhaps get that power, that dignity and that self-control is guilt and wearing a mask. And then you have suppression. So 10 of Swords, it's really where they're not moving. Even though they have this great desire deep down inside to change And it's almost like, what are they waiting for? That's going to be the next question. Like, what are they waiting for? Because there's definitely a sense of holding back with the miser. They're holding something back. It's definitely slowed down their process as far as evolving and letting some sort of cycle end. And I do feel with the Three of Wands, it's something that they're trying to manifest, perhaps create some kind of new experience for themselves. And I definitely do feel with ordinariness, they got to look at things different with a different perspective. As far as getting themselves out of this place, their headspace, where they feel they can't move. With the guilt card, it's definitely something that is causing some kind of stress within themselves. But I get the sense it's maybe fear, or it could definitely be that they're just pretending to the outside world that everything is okay, but really on the inside they're it's almost like a ball of turmoil, I feel. So let's see, the Ten of Swords, it's definitely maybe something very hard has happened to them, as far as very painful, almost leaving them to a point where they can't move. This could be a depressive state for themselves. This could be a codependent state where they keep themselves wearing a mask and being codependent to drugs or alcohol, perhaps another person. I feel that there's a draw to perhaps maybe, staying with the wrong partner out of guilt, if that makes sense. That's what I feel. But they're holding back their success and their victory. So let's see what these mean. I definitely do feel like maybe they're trying to manifest themselves out of a hard, sticky situation and become balanced. I want to know, what is this guilt? What are they having guilt about? What are they having guilt about? What is guilt? Okay, so existence. So they're almost like, because they're on the brinks of having some kind of some kind of victory and success over stuff. They're almost, in a sense, not believing that they can have a fresh start, not seeing the big picture, not seeing clearly. With this existence, it's a definite new chance for a new beginning. Perhaps they're just having this hard wall to spirituality and to change. With the miser, they're holding back to something. It definitely could be where someone is holding back to them, holding back, like not letting them move forward. So I feel that with this card, it's almost like they're seeking a new beginning, and they just might not know how to go about it. And it puts some kind of guilt on their plate. I think what it is, it's that they have someone that's latched onto them, and they really can't move forward from that person. Maybe this person just knows how to manipulate them just so that they can't move, if that makes sense. Okay, what are they waiting for? Oh Jesus. Okay, and so they just sort of flew out. Let's see what this is here. You got the mortality, awareness, and change. Okay, so they're waiting. That's actually not a bad thing, because see, what's driving them at this point is to have some kind of victory or success over something that has not been working for them. And I do feel that it's like, and they might be in the middle of something changing or maybe transforming for themselves. With the mortality, they're waiting for an end. They're waiting for an end to something, okay? Because I do feel they are aware. They have a sense where they got to break free from wearing this masks, perhaps pretending to the world that everything is okay, pretending to family that everything's okay, pretending to their partner that everything is okay. There's something coming here with the change card, and this is definitely allowing for something dark to perhaps end in order for something new to come about. Okay, what are they waiting to end? I want to know, with the mortality card, what are they waiting to end, please? What is it that they need to get away from? And I feel there's a sense of fear. Okay, so letting go, walking away, and in a sense, so it's almost like they have a knowledge that, okay, they need to walk away from something. And it's funny because they're not being quite blunt with me today. They're sort of making me beat around the bush. But I feel that this is a cycle, a karmic cycle that they're in, where they're definitely aware of their surroundings, of who is holding them back, and perhaps why. But there's a sense where it's like they're not letting go because they're scared of the new beginning, if that makes sense. With the Innocence card here and the letting go, it's almost like they have this sense of fear to let go and become balanced, if that makes sense. With the Ten of Swords, this person has been very much conflicted and throughout life with things that just haven't worked out for them. I definitely feel that that is a fear, that it's almost like you're comfortable in that kind of mentality, in that kind of state, if that's all you've had in your life is turmoil. And in a sense, when you start waking up and you have this ascension process happen, you somehow get scared of it and you push it away. You say, oh, I don't know, I'm good. I'm used to this right here. But somewhere in their soul, something is changing. See, there's somewhat of a awakening happening here that will give them that new life and that new birth and like happiness, okay? But yet it's very scary to grasp because they've been in a very dark place for a very long time, many years, I feel. So this is very interesting. So maybe they're keeping themselves in this oppressive state because of fear and not knowing what is going to come about if they make a change, if that makes sense, okay? Because all the cards are pretty much saying there's new changes here. There's time for you to, this is a time for you to shed and release things that are not growing with you, but yet they keep themselves in an oppressive state. Now, I'm working down to know whether this is someone else or themselves that is holding them back, because I feel that there's a call for maybe changing something, but yet they're not doing it, if that makes sense. What is card 47? Oppressive. Okay, so you got the three of cups, which is definitely about celebrating. And see, in this energy is crazy because perhaps I'm reaching your energy and their energy in a sense where you're more lightened, you're more balanced, and you're happy. And this could be the draw for them to have that success instead of waiting. But yet they go back into this kind of oppressive state where they think they can't move, if that makes sense. But I want to know, I'm going to put it back. If it wants to come out, it will come back out. What is card 47? Oppression. Why are they restricting themselves from changing? What is it about them? They just don't know how to be lighthearted and forgive themselves. Okay, maybe they're just grasping the fact that, you know what, they're creating their own reality as far as keeping themselves in isolation and heartbreak. They're fighting this transformation, definitely. There's an intense kind of energy that it is calling out to them to have a new beginning and really follow that intuition that spirit is giving them. But see, it's almost like they keep themselves in that heartbreak and that sadness. Maybe they just don't believe in themselves, guys. I feel like they don't believe in themselves. I feel that all they believe is turmoil, fakeness, guilt, oppression, and so this is stopping your divine masculine from transforming, because there is a transformation here that needs to happen. So if they're not making the change, I definitely feel that spirit, the creator, is going to take hold on them, moving them out of this place where they go back and forth. Because I see happiness, victory, waiting, oppression, then really being balanced as far as yielding and giving in. And then really they take the power back, I feel. So it's almost in a sense where spirit's going to take over your divine masculine and give them a sense of rebirth where they can definitely think clearly, get out of the fog, and start to see things on a different perspective, which will give them a new beginning. And a lot easier than this state where they've been keeping themselves wearing false masks, perhaps living for other people, not so much for them. They have a lot of heartbreak here with this isolation. They definitely do somewhat maybe are being kept from some kind of happiness, and it could be mentally on the inside where they have no self-esteem and no self-worth. Okay, I want to know what is let's see here. I want to know what is the card 2, receptive. Why aren't they being receptive? Maybe they just don't know the ways of being spiritual and blossoming and flowing in the right direction. Why are they not being receptive though? Why are they not being oh, they're being lazy. My goodness, being lazy and exhaustion. So whatever situation that they're in, it's almost as if they stay in this place because they're so used to it that they don't know any better, even though they feel it and spirit's trying to wake them up. They could be going through a very codependent kind of energy that really has latched onto them and doesn't allow growth. But I see transformation here. I see the flowering. This is definitely spirit taking some kind of control of them, and the mortality having some kind of transformation and change to release things. So if they're not making that move, eventually what spirit's going to do is just make them move, make them change and shift into something different than what they're holding on to. I feel that with the laziness, they could be more about materialistic value and really just not really paying attention to what spirit is saying. But that can come crushing down quick. Like, this is the 9. I do feel like this is a realization that they're going to be having. And here's another 9. This reading is full of 9. So it's almost like reaching that level of completion. Okay. Exhaustion. They could be just fully exhausted and indulging on some kind of drinks or drugs or something to perhaps make this like more bearable. Because I don't feel that they're truly happy. I feel that there's a sense of lack. I definitely do feel that. So it's almost like they don't really know how to be lighthearted. They don't know how to be receiving, okay? Because they've been in such a dark place for a long time, I feel. And I want to know, what is this great power? It's almost like they got to have some kind of courage to take this leap of faith to give them a new beginning. And they definitely do have the idea and the urge to make something different in their life. But like I said, this suppression card is really taking a hold on me today, because it seems very much like they're just used to this, and that's just what they want to, maybe not want to, but they're just used to it, and that's just what happens. They don't know how to change. What is the great power? What does this mean for divine masculine? What is the great power, please? So participation, they really have to take some kind of initiative to make some kind of change. Let go of burdens, having some kind of healing with the patience, having some kind of healing, letting go, and letting go of this schizophrenia kind of mentality where I feel that they very much fear. They fear, what if I do this? And if I don't do that, it's going to fail and I'm going to lose everything. And what if? And so they keep themselves unbalanced because they are not making decisions. With this schizophrenia, they keep themselves somewhat, they say it might be someone else that does this to them as well, to keep them in this kind of limbo kind of state, okay? So if it isn't your divine masculine that does this to themselves, someone else in their environment could be doing this to them. But I feel that spirit is trying to make them participate and to make a decision to get themselves out of a place where they're just full of burden and they're not happy. This is definitely where spirit is saying, come walk this way. Let go of all that stuff. Follow your intuition. There's something better if you go this way, that is going to bring you into a much peaceful state and more healing. This is a new option for you to take. But see, you got to participate. You got to sort of go along with the flow. You can't keep yourself in this dark place where you just think you belong there, but you really don't. You really don't, for whatever reason. I feel like your divine masculine is on this kind of cycle where they don't think they're good enough and they don't have self-esteem, and in a sense they've given up to how I feel like they've given up to the sense that they can start new, even though there's so many cards saying you have a new beginning. It's time for change. It's time to let things end. They definitely still stay in this lazy stone, in this lazy zone, not doing anything, perhaps being comfortable with their materialistic stuff that they've built up for themselves and not wanting to let it go. But like I said, anything can come start crumbling down, especially because it's a 9. It's like what you see, what you're paying attention to is not really what's happening. I feel like something is going to come falling down and they're not even going to know what hit them. And it could be due to exhaustion, but that is a 9 as well. They're worried, they're stressed out. And in a sense, Spirit keeps telling them, walk away from that, walk away. There's something that they hold themselves to, and they're not making some sort of decision to walk towards, to clear their mind, I feel. What are they exhausted from? Okay, so there's another 9. Okay, guys, you're getting nothing but 9s. That means you're almost to a cycle. Definitely, I feel like this is divine masculine getting to that cycle, ripeness. It's almost like all this stuff that's been weighing down on them, and they've been stressed out and perhaps not sleeping and just not feeling right. It's all gathering, and it's creating this big old balloon, and that balloon is gonna pop. It's gonna pop because it's time to move. It's time to go towards a different direction. If they're not doing this, it's like Spirit is doing this for them. What is it that they're worried about? As far as with this ripeness, if it's ready to go, why are they worried and not moving? Creativity. They see you more as the light. They see you as a light, and they see themselves as dark. They see you as successful, beautiful, radiant. They see themselves as dark, not good enough, and really stuck with their past karma. So this is a family, because the past life is here. It's almost like I get a sense for they might have some kind of tie to family karma. And what I'm talking about here is that perhaps they need to release something as far as parental guidance that they had, perhaps any kind of like society kind of standards that society has placed on them. So I would say, help them, because if they're your twin, you have the power to create. Okay, this is how they see you. They see you as this creative being that's full light and has a bunch of success. Okay, and I do feel that you have the power to guide them. But see, what's happening here is they're keeping themselves in perhaps a karma. So a family karma or something that is passed on through generation to generation. And so what you need to do is look at a guided meditation for releasing childhood trauma, what else is it? Quantum healing, past life regression. There we go. You need to do something for past life regression. And because you are connected as twins, you will guide them into a more positive kind of state as far as creating and being successful. So how can I say that for you? It's in a sense where you will somehow manifest this return and them getting stronger and them going through this transformation and ending something. Why is that? Because you're connected as a twin flame. You're connected to their soul already. So the more you balance yourself out, eventually your balance starts going down the line and trickling off to them, if that makes sense. If you can somewhat visualize that. I definitely do feel that they're holding on to some bad kind of karma. How can I say that different for you two? I hope you can understand what they're telling me. It's almost in a sense where they got to get past hurt, past injuries, things that people have squashed for them, whether it be in their own family, failed relationships, perhaps a karmic partner, perhaps a karmic situation at work, something like this. It's almost like they hold on to it, but yet there's so many cards here saying you have a new beginning, take it. They're wobbling, they're going up and down, one day yes, one day no, and I feel that. Excuse me, guys. Why do they lack in self-confidence? And see, the Six of Cups is at the bottom, so they daydream about their divine femme a lot. Why don't they have self-confidence, Spirit? I want to know, why is divine masculine stuck in a place where they just don't feel like they're good enough? What is it? Fighting. It's like maybe they've lost their fight. They've have. If you look at this card, it's beautiful because there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. This could be in the home. This could be with their partner. This could be just works, whatever. They've always been in conflict, and in a sense, it's rocked them to this place where they stay in sadness and they wear a false mask. So everybody around them might think, oh, they're doing great. This is the person. This is a person who's really high and elevated. But on the inside, that's totally something different. What is this fighting card? What is this, please? What is the fighting card? What does that mean? Okay, so, okay, they're living in the past. Moment to moment is all those bad things that have happened to them. All of those bad things. This lifetime or last lifetime, it's like they're recreating these fights, these moments, these things that have just happened that were not right for them. And so what happens is that they're living in the past, not in the now. And then what Spirit is really trying to perhaps get them to understand is that leave everything in the past. Just take one step forward and you're going to be okay. Live in the now. Forget about the past. And so definitely, I definitely stand by doing that kind of past life trauma guided meditation. They have them on YouTube. Just check them out. And by you doing it, you're somewhat going to send some sort of energy to them to perhaps release some kind of family karma. There you go. If that doesn't work for you, do prayer. I would definitely do prayer for them to be able to heal from family pain, because this is what's holding them back. It's somewhat of a wheel that they keep doing over and over for themselves because they haven't released their karma yet, and they still hold on to it. So they keep going after generation in the same kind of karmic cycle. So comparison, this is something that needs to change. As far as, maybe they're comparing themselves to other. Maybe this is another person that makes them feel like they're not good enough. What is the 5 of comparison? What is this as far as their conflict and what holds them back? We are the world, so it's gonna change. That mindset, that mindset where they just don't think they're good enough, it's coming to an end. I do definitely feel that this is where they're really trying to fight back and perhaps give themselves a new cycle, start something new, because I definitely do feel the very first card that came out is victory and success. And so this is something that they even though they haven't attained it yet, it's almost like they're grasping for it. They're wanting something to perhaps get out of some kind of negative cycle, but they're still waiting. I definitely do feel they're waiting for the right moment, perhaps divine timing, and in order to have a new cycle started. What is the new cycle that they're supposed to start, please? What's the new cycle that they're supposed to start? Okay, so they're supposed to become more spiritual with this turning in, really letting go of any kind of hardship or any kind of things that are not working for them. That's what they're supposed to be releasing, okay? Becoming more stable. Courage, okay? They're supposed to get courage in order to, continue to grow whatever seeds they might have planted with you, Divine Femme. I definitely feel like that is there. And then taking some kind of action and really projections, okay? So in a sense, this is definitely your twin flame, okay? And so they need to project some sort of self-esteem, some kind of self-worth. So if you're lacking in that department as far as being their twin, because they are projecting off your feelings, if you're having fear of this person not being with you right here, right now, it's like you're not living in the now as well. You're wrapped up in fear. And so whatever you're projecting, they also project it because they are your twin. So in a sense, Spirit is saying take action in order so you can project the right kind of healthy balance for you and your twin. I feel that this is definitely reaching 2 different energies here, where I'm reaching the divine masculine and the divine feminine as far as what needs to be done. I feel that if you're definitely in a place where you're at a loss without your divine masculine because they're not doing what you think they should be doing, then this is a reality check for you, because you need to work on yourself as well in order so you can project the right image to your divine masculine energetically, because you are twins. This all works energetically, guys. It's not something that you see. It's very 5D, but will pull you into a 3D. So there's a lot of courage that needs to be taken, whether this is on your part or their part. And it really stems down to quieting down and meditation and releasing stuff and just having the power to know that you are strong on the inside and give you some kind of courage, because something new is coming in for you. And you could be holding both of each other back from some kind of action and movement. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. Sometimes that's hard to hear, because you don't want to hear that maybe you're part of the cause of them not moving, but you have to really understand that this kind of relationship, it's not the ordinary. It's spiritual. It's all about growing and releasing. So if there's things you're releasing, then they will release. If there's things that you're holding back on, then they're holding back on. It's very yin and yang. It's very once your scales are like balanced, that's when you come back into union. So definitely you got to have trust, and then receptivity. Allow this new change, because they're not changing, and it could be some kind of energy that they're feeling from you as well. This is a twin flame reading, so I definitely do feel that could be happening. I want to know, let me see, I feel like what is the what does divine masculine need to do as far as surrendering? What do they need to surrender to and they're not surrendering to? What are they trying to surrender to, but maybe they just can't? What is it, please? What is it? So let's see. There's quite a few. There's a couple. I'm going to pick them up. I have one on the other side of me. So let's see. And this is the first one. So you got surrender your belief to scarcity. So this is the universe asking you to open the infinite nature of abundance. It is the way you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So see, they're not receiving. In other words, they're getting messages to perhaps become more spiritual with the transformation, the mortality, the change, but they're not believing it. In a sense, they're holding on to materialistic stuff, and they're not being receptive. And it's very much what we just saw at the bottom of this card, where I moved, I guess I shuffled them, but it's receptivity. They're not allowing the new beginning to come in. And then surrender to the idea you can fix someone. So maybe they're stuck in a place where they think they might be healing the karmic partner or a karmic situation that they're in. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So maybe they're stuck in a place where they're still trying to fix their karmic partner, even though they have this intuitive kind of knowledge inside of them that's saying, oh, that doesn't work with you. It's time to end that. It's time to change. It's time to be aware. Okay, and don't hold on. And then surrender to your full power. Your life is calling you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. And that's definitely what they're doing. They're playing it small. And then surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In a quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easy, which is definitely what I was just telling you right here. If you're twins, by you doing this, they will feel it. It's almost like this line. If you look at, the chords, it's like eventually your energy will reach their energy, but it takes time. It's like, if you're really a twin flame with this person, you have to go through the stages of your awakening and your spiritual process too. You can't somewhat sit back and be lazy and expect all the changes to be done on divine masculine's side. It's like you have to take control of it too. And sometimes people don't like my words because I'm too truthful. So, you know, if that hurts your feelings, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do that. But surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep, and rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Because at this point, they're not sleeping. I don't feel that they sleep well. I don't feel that they give it themselves enough rest. I definitely do feel with the laziness card that they could be indulging in some sort of, alcohol to maybe dampen their spirits, or anytime they become sober, they might feel these kind of emotions go through them. But it's like they're not getting enough rest to allow this to really allow a change, if that makes sense. Okay. So I definitely feel, let's see. What is going to be the outcome for divine masculine and divine feminine in the future? Reuniting. It's coming. Remember, we've seen a lot of nines here. So it's almost like you're going to come back and have some sort of happiness and reunite with your divine masculine. And it's almost as if they're getting tired of pushing away, maybe pushing you away, maybe pushing spirituality away. It definitely could be where maybe they need to turn away from the karmic partner. Definitely. I want to know, where is this? What is going on at this point with divine masculine and the karmic partner? What is going on with them? What is going on in their home? With their partnership, as far as karmic partner or karmic situation. I want to know what is going on, please. What is going on with divine masculine and their karmic partner, please? Their karmic partner. What is going on, please? Okay. So, see, there's something that's needed to take some kind of time to balance out and heal from. And then to bring some kind of balance in, okay? You got balance at the top and balance at the bottom. But the first one that came out is the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So there's a sense of surrendering. And what I mean by that is letting the karmic partner or the karmic situation just take a hold on their own, like walking away from any kind of turmoil. This is a card of walking away and surrendering, leaving it. Not continuing to fight and rushing out. I feel that they're rushing out of that relationship, and perhaps that is what they're waiting for, perhaps to end that kind of oppressive state where they can be free. Okay, because you see here, they're walking away, they're rushing out of, this is the karmic partner and divine masculine's life. It's turmoil, it's conflict, it's stormy, it's just a lot of stuff that I think they're trying to get out of it, but I feel that this is a choice, that they're moving out of it with the Eight of Cups, but they're walking towards something. When you leave something because you've outgrown it and you have all those obstacles to go through, Spirit will tell you, okay, it's time to end that. So they're walking towards something. And you see this? They're walking away from turmoil and carrying their cup. Well, who are they carrying their cup to? It's to that Ten of Cups. And that Ten of Cups is divine femme. I mean, it's clearly, okay, I feel like that's what's happening. Excuse me. What is this Ten of Cups that they're walking to, please? What is the Ten of Cups? What's the Ten of Cups that they're walking to, please? What's this Ten of Cups? Ten of Cups, please. To some emotion, to some love, to something that is a new beginning with the Magician. The King of Cups is perhaps following their emotion, and their emotion could be very intuitive as far as healing from something, and perhaps not holding back from emotion anymore, because your divine masculine could definitely be the kind of person that, you know, they love you but they hold back from you. And I definitely do feel with the Hermit, it's what's calling them to move forward. What's the Seven of Swords? What does this mean? So having some truth and clarity to end some kind of stagnant situation in a third party, some kind of heartbreak, some kind of sadness. Definitely. So this definitely could be where they're walking away from that karmic partner, to regain some kind of balance. And what is it that they're, with the Three of Swords is and the Ten of Swords, is this something that someone is holding them back, or are they holding themselves back? No, I feel they want a new beginning. I feel like this is a new beginning for them. They're definitely, and it's taken some time. Definitely, this is all the stuff that they've healed from. This is definitely a healing kind of energy that I'm feeling from Divine Masculine as far as moving forward and giving themselves a new beginning. I definitely do feel that they've been manifesting this. I feel that you yourself have been manifesting some sort of new beginning with your Divine Masculine. I want to know, so is the karmic partner completely out? Is the karmic partner completely out is what I'm asking. Oh, Jesus, and that was fast. Look at that. The coffin. So that's totally over, guys. Right now they're healing. Okay, you might not know that. They're healing. And they ran away from it. That's what that Knight of Swords is. It's very funny. They walking away from it. They definitely not walking. They are rushing. They're rushing out of that. Okay. It's definitely a codependent relationship that they've ended. And I feel that this is them finally listening to spirit to run. Okay. And then you got photography, which is like they're looking at you. Okay, so they're looking at your photos. They're remembering you, their memories. They want to make new memories with you because there's so much passion and insane chemistry like no other. And I feel like that's what they're moving towards. Okay. I definitely do feel, oh, you got the wedding rings too, which is union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. I definitely feel like that is what they're ending that so they can come in to give you something. Okay. At this point, I want to know, what is the message that Divine Masculine wants to give their Divine Feminine? Maybe not being able to tell them because I feel they're waiting. Maybe this waiting card, because I feel they gotta wait for divine timing. It's almost in a sense where this is a pregnant woman and you can't really make her have that baby until it's that perfect timing. So maybe it's like they're birthing a new relationship with you, but it's not quite that time yet. Okay. So don't feel like it's not going to be here, because it is going to be here for you. What is the message that they want to give to the Divine Feminine at this time? Definitely, I feel like they could be getting balanced. They got to get balanced in order to come back so that they can make a good impression on you, I feel. Okay. And maybe you're feeling a little bit of anxious. Okay. As far as not being able to move forward because you don't have your Divine Masculine with you. So power, you instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So I think they have their power, their courage, their strength. New beginning, new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. And that's what they're dreaming of. And they keep looking at your stuff, I'm telling you. So balance. Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So I feel you give them that kind of support, but challenge without manipulation. Okay. And then this one right here, it says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So this is a soul connection, guys. This is definitely your twin flame. This is something that even though they're not with you, they're always really with you because you're connected on that cord. Okay. And then right here, it's saying, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other the space. Love never claims, it simply allows to give. And they've been stuck in a place where this person, whoever they've been with, it has been a person that they might have thought they had to fix them. They were very manipulative, or they were just very codependent person. Okay. And so this one right here, it says surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will turn out. So if you're having some kind of fear that your Divine Masculine is not coming back, they definitely will. And I'm going to read the bottom one because I feel like it's at the bottom, and I'm going to read it. It says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So they're not missing from you. Okay, just give them time, definitely. So there you go. I do hope this message finds you in a place where it'll give you some kind of clarity and help you grow a little bit in your journey. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Thank you.